What if I told you that one of the most powerful rulers in history had the secret to mastering your emotions, overcoming obstacles, and transforming your life? Today, we're diving into the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who taught us 5 Stoic truths that can help you take control of your life. Starting right now, what if you could transform your life by mastering just 5 simple yet powerful truths? These are not mere motivational catchphrases. They come from one of the greatest thinkers in history, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. His wisdom, written almost 2,000 years ago, has stood the test of time for a reason. It cuts through the noise and offers a clear path to living with more control, purpose, and peace. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with distractions, stress, and a relentless pressure to have everything figured out. But Marcus Aurelius understood that true strength comes not from trying to control the uncontrollable, but from mastering your mind. Imagine being able to stay calm in the face of chaos, turn obstacles into opportunities, and live with the deep understanding that nothing lasts forever. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 timeless Stoic truths from Marcus Aurelius that can completely change how you view your life and challenges. Whether you're striving to achieve your goals, dealing with personal hardships, or just seeking a way to live more peacefully, these Stoic principles can be the key to unlocking your inner resilience and wisdom. Stay with me as we dive into the first life-changing truth, a truth that, once understood, can shift your perspective on everything you face, big or small. Let's get started. Number 1. Control what you can. As we dive into the first Stoic truth from Marcus Aurelius, let's start with a fundamental concept that can radically change how we approach our lives. The power of control. In his writings, Aurelius often emphasizes that while we cannot control external events or the actions of others, we can control our thoughts, responses, and decisions. This simple yet profound realization is at the heart of Stoicism. You wake up to a rainy day. You had planned a picnic, but now it seems ruined. The rain is beyond your control. You might feel frustrated, upset, or disappointed, but Marcus Aurelius would urge us to shift our focus. Instead of lamenting over the weather, we can ask ourselves, what can I control in this situation? This shift in perspective is a key Stoic practice. It allows us to focus our energy on our actions and attitudes rather than the uncontrollable. Aurelius himself wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that our mental responses are our own to govern. Let me share a personal story that illustrates this point. A few years ago, I faced a challenging situation at work. I had put in countless hours on a project that I believed was crucial for my career advancement. However, my manager decided to go in a different direction without consulting me. At first, I felt betrayed and frustrated. I spent days complaining to my friends and ruminating on what I perceived as unfair treatment. But then I recalled the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. I realized that my frustration stemmed from trying to control my manager's decisions, something entirely outside my influence. So, I decided to focus on what I could control, my reaction. I took a step back, reevaluated my goals, and found new projects that aligned better with my interests. Instead of letting that setback define my career, I transformed it into a learning opportunity that ultimately led me to a more fulfilling path. Now, how can you apply this principle in your life? Start by identifying situations where you feel a sense of frustration or helplessness. Ask yourself, what is within my control here? For instance, if you're facing challenges in your relationships, consider what actions or responses you can change rather than focusing on what others are doing. Maybe it's about communicating more openly or setting healthier boundaries. Another exercise is to create a control list. Divide a piece of paper into 2 columns. One for things you can control and another for things you cannot. Fill out each side honestly. This simple exercise can provide clarity and help you redirect your energy towards what truly matters. In summary, embracing the Stoic truth of controlling what you can leads to a more peaceful and empowered life. By focusing on our thoughts and actions, we regain a sense of agency in an unpredictable world. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius taught us, the strength lies within us. Next time you feel overwhelmed, Take a moment to pause, reflect, and reclaim your power over your mind. Number 2, embrace adversity. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This powerful idea emphasizes that the challenges we face can actually serve as the catalysts for our growth and transformation. Marcus Aurelius understood that life is full of obstacles. Rather than shying away from them, he believed that we should embrace adversity as a vital part of our journey. When we encounter difficulties, we have a choice. We can let them defeat us, or we can use them to grow stronger and wiser. This Stoic perspective encourages us to view challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to cultivate resilience and character. Let me share a personal story that illustrates this truth. A few years ago, I faced a significant setback in my career. I had been working tirelessly on a project that I was passionate about, only to see it fall apart at the last minute. I felt crushed, like I had lost everything I had worked for. Initially, I wallowed in self-pity and doubt, but after some reflection, I remembered Marcus Aurelius's teachings. Instead of giving in to despair, I decided to analyze what went wrong and what I could learn from the experience. I identified my mistakes and realized that this setback was actually an opportunity to refine my skills and approach. I spent the next few months researching, networking, and honing my craft. This period of adversity ultimately led to a better job opportunity that I had never even considered before. Looking back, I can see how that challenging time was essential in shaping my career. Now, how can you apply this Stoic truth in your own life? Here are a few practical strategies. 1. Reframe your perspective. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Shift your focus from the problem to the potential growth that can come from it. This simple change in mindset can transform your experience. 2. Keep a journal. Document your challenges and your responses to them. Write down the lessons learned and how you plan to use them in the future. This practice can help you see patterns and growth over time. 3. Seek support. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends, mentors, or a support group during tough times. Sharing your experiences can provide new insights and perspectives that you might not see on your own. 4. Visualize overcoming obstacles. Take a moment to visualize yourself overcoming the challenges you face. This mental exercise can empower you to confront adversity with confidence and determination. Embracing adversity is not about seeking out challenges for the sake of it. It's about recognizing that hardship is a natural part of life and a vital ingredient for personal growth. By adopting Marcus Aurelius's mindset, we can transform our relationship with challenges and, in turn, transform our lives. Remember, the obstacles we encounter can shape us into stronger, more resilient individuals. Number 3. Live in accordance with nature. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius frequently reflects on the idea of living in harmony with nature. For him, nature is not just about the physical world around us. It's about understanding our place within it and accepting the flow of life as it is. Aurelius believed that to live well, we must align ourselves with the natural order of things, acknowledging that both the good and the bad are part of this grand design. When we think of living in accordance with nature, we often envision a peaceful existence filled with harmony and beauty. However, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that it's not just about embracing the lovely aspects of life. It's also about accepting the challenges and setbacks. Nature operates on cycles. There are seasons of growth, decay, and renewal. Aurelius urges us to recognize that life, too, is filled with ups and downs. By accepting this, we can find peace and resilience in the face of adversity. Let me share a personal story that illustrates this principle. A few years ago, I faced a significant setback when a project I was deeply invested in fell through. I was devastated and frustrated, feeling as though I had wasted my time and energy. However, as I reflected on Marcus Aurelius's teachings, I realized that just like nature, my journey had its seasons. This project's failure was not the end, but a necessary step towards something greater. As the weeks passed, I began to reframe my perspective. I started to see that this experience offered invaluable lessons about resilience, adaptation, and the importance of planning for future projects with greater awareness. Just as a tree sheds its leaves in autumn to prepare for the harsh winter, I learned to let go of what was no longer serving me, making space for new opportunities. So how can we apply this truth in our own lives? First, we need to practice acceptance. When faced with challenges, instead of resisting or lamenting our circumstances, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? This shift in mindset allows us to embrace the natural ebb and flow of life, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Another powerful practice is to spend time in nature. Nature has a way of reminding us of life's rhythms. Whether it's a walk in the park, hiking a trail, or simply sitting outside, immersing ourselves in nature helps us reconnect with this fundamental truth. Observe how trees grow, how rivers flow, and how seasons change. Nature doesn't rush. It flows with purpose. By mirroring this behavior, we can cultivate patience and understanding in our lives. Ultimately, living in accordance with nature means aligning our actions and decisions with our true selves and the world around us. It encourages us to be mindful of our choices and recognize that everything happens for a reason. Embracing the Stoic truth not only fosters resilience, but also brings a profound sense of peace, reminding us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. As we navigate through life's challenges and joys, let's remember Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. By living in harmony with nature, we can transform our experiences and find strength in every moment. Number 4, practice gratitude. Marcus Aurelius believed in the transformative power of gratitude. In his meditations, he often reflected on the importance of acknowledging the good in life, even amidst challenges. Practicing gratitude allows us to shift our focus from what we lack to appreciating what we have. This shift can profoundly impact our mindset, enhancing our overall well-being and resilience. Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This quote highlights that gratitude is not just about feeling thankful for the big things in life. It's about recognizing the simple joys that each day brings. By cultivating gratitude, we can foster a more positive outlook and improve our mental resilience. Let me share a personal story that illustrates this truth. A few years ago, I went through a particularly challenging time in my life. I was overwhelmed with work, stressed about my relationships, and often found myself focusing on everything that was going wrong. It felt like I was stuck in a cycle of negativity, and I struggled to find joy in my daily life. Then, a friend introduced me to the practice of gratitude journaling. At first, it felt a bit forced, but I committed to writing down 3 things I was grateful for each day. They didn't have to be monumental. Sometimes, they were as simple as a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a kind word from a colleague, or the beauty of a sunset. As I continued this practice, I noticed a significant shift in my mindset. I began to look forward to my journaling sessions, and they helped me focus on the positive aspects of my life, even amidst struggles. Gratitude became a lens through which I viewed the world, and slowly, I found joy in moments I had previously overlooked. Now, I challenge you to incorporate gratitude into your own life. Here are a few practical tips to get started. 1. Start a gratitude journal. Every morning or evening, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be as simple or as profound as you like. The key is consistency. Make it a daily habit. 2. Express gratitude to others. Don't just keep your gratitude to yourself. Share it. Write a note, send a message, or tell someone face-to-face how much you appreciate them. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also deepens your feelings of gratitude. 3. Mindful gratitude practice. Throughout the day, take moments to pause and acknowledge what you're thankful for. It could be the laughter of a friend, the beauty of nature, or even the ability to learn something new. 4. Reframe negative thoughts. When you encounter challenges, try to find something positive within that experience. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or what good can come from this situation? This practice helps cultivate a resilient mindset. By integrating gratitude into your daily routine, you'll start to notice a transformation in how you perceive your life. You'll find that gratitude not only enhances your happiness, but also empowers you to face life's challenges with a more positive and resilient spirit. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Embrace gratitude as a guiding principle and watch how it transforms your perspective on life. Number 5, focus on the present moment. One of the most profound teachings of Marcus Aurelius is the importance of focusing on the present moment. In his meditations, he often reminds himself that the only time we truly possess is now. As he wisely noted, confine yourself to the present. This Stoic principle can serve as a powerful antidote to anxiety and regret, which often stem from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. In our fast-paced lives, it's all too easy to get caught up in what has happened or what might happen. We replay past mistakes in our minds, thinking we could have done something differently. Or we become consumed with future plans, anxiously anticipating outcomes that may never come to pass. This cycle of overthinking can rob us of our joy and effectiveness in the here and now. Aurelius believed that by training ourselves to focus on the present, we can experience life more fully. When we anchor ourselves in the moment, we can better appreciate the beauty around us. The warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a loved one, or even a quiet moment of solitude. Each moment is a gift, and by embracing it, we cultivate gratitude and mindfulness. Let me share a personal experience to illustrate this point. A few years ago, I found myself in a whirlwind of anxiety. I was worried about an upcoming job interview, replaying every scenario in my head and imagining the worst outcomes. My mind raced with self-doubt. What if I forget my answers? What if they don't like me? In the midst of this, I remembered a quote from Aurelius: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Instead of allowing my fears to paralyze me, I decided to practice being present. I took a few deep breaths, closed my eyes, and focused on my surroundings. I listened to the sounds around me: the rustle of leaves, the distant chatter of people, the hum of traffic. Slowly, I felt the tension in my body begin to ease. When the day of the interview arrived, I was still nervous, but I reminded myself to focus on the present moment. Instead of worrying about what would happen, I engaged with the interviewers, listened actively, and shared my thoughts without overthinking. The result? I left that interview feeling accomplished, regardless of the outcome, because I had embraced the moment instead of letting my anxiety control me. So, how can you cultivate this focus on the present moment in your own life? Here are a few practical tips. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breathing. This practice trains your mind to stay in the moment. 2. Gratitude journaling. Each evening, jot down 3 things you appreciated that day. Reflecting on these moments helps anchor your mind in the present and fosters a sense of gratitude. 3. Digital detox. Set boundaries on technology use, especially during meals or conversations. Disconnecting from devices can help you engage more fully with your immediate surroundings. 4. Nature walks. Spend time outdoors, observing the sights and sounds around you. Nature has a remarkable way of grounding us and reminding us to be present. By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you can cultivate a mindset that values the present moment, just as Marcus Aurelius advocated. Remember, life is happening right now. Don't miss out on it. Today, we explored 5 powerful Stoic truths from Marcus Aurelius that have the potential to transform your life. We learned about the importance of controlling what we can, embracing adversity as a path to growth, living in harmony with nature, practicing gratitude, and focusing on the present moment. Each of these truths encourages us to shift our mindset and approach life with resilience and clarity. I encourage you to reflect on which of these truths resonates with you the most. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, but by integrating even one of these principles into your daily routine, you can begin to experience a profound change in how you perceive and respond to the world around you. Take a moment to think about how you can implement these Stoic truths in your life starting today. Whether it's by keeping a gratitude journal, practicing mindfulness, or simply reminding yourself to control your reactions. Every small step counts. Remember, transformation begins within. By embracing these Stoic truths, you can cultivate a mindset that leads to lasting happiness and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that our thoughts shape our reality, and by choosing wisely, we can create a life of purpose and peace. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Stoicism.